I have no idea if you can hear this or not.
You're a bad banana.
Mr. Grinch.
With the greasy black peel. You're a bow. You have termites in your smile. You have
The Mr. Grinch bangs. Such a good song. Anyways, here we are. Episode 60, season 2, Mainly Stoopid podcast. We're back. Better
in
than
the saddle.
Better than ever, really. I think at this point.
Yeah. Reworked.
Reworked. A little rework happened.
Yeah. Got a little hairy there for a while. Didn't know if I was gonna make it, but here I am.
I mean, you just did so good the first 2 times that they really wanted to give you that third opportunity to really just,
Yeah, I was super excited about when the doctor was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to go back in there." I was like, "Son of a bitch!"
Also,
Only because I knew it was just gonna be physical therapy. Like I had just finished physical therapy,
right.
so it was just frustrating.
Literally your second day back at work, and oh hey, back. Yeah. Well, that was the thing. Like, so you texted me Saturday night, right?
Yeah.
Or last Saturday, and we're like, "Hey, can I get a charger from you? I'm at the hospital." I was like, "Okay, sure." And then like your wife was texting, and she was awesome, and she was being very like, I mean, she was telling me way more shit than I really needed to know. It was like, here's the whole breakdown, and I'm like, okay, cool, but what can I do? Like,
yeah. It was just one of those situations where like nothing, I mean, except for like antibiotics and going back in and doing the surgery again and replacing those 2 parts. I mean, that was it. Like I had gone septic. Like I had sepsis.
Yeah.
So that was not ideal, but luckily I got rid of that. They were able to get me out of it.
Normally trying to avoid that after a surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was lucky I went in. Like I didn't have a good feeling driving home from work. And I'm like, so I called the on-call doctor who happens to be a friend of mine. And she was like, yeah, go to the hospital, call your family, tell them that you're probably going to have to stay there a while. I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I didn't have a good feeling about it. Now I do. Like, I feel better than I did like right after the last surgery.
Right. That was the thing. Like, I mean, you hadn't really said that like it was bothering you or anything. It was just, a little bit more pain than last time. And that was it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, maybe because he had started building muscle back up and maybe it was just a little more invasive. And I was like,
yeah,
the one was supposed to be the worst one. But it's good you got it taken care of. But yeah, when I knew it wasn't good when she was like, yeah, so he's got to wait till like Monday or Tuesday to see the wound or the whatever infection specialist.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, it's not great that he's seeing the infection specialist. And then she texted me like 20 minutes later, was like, yeah, he actually has surgery at 8:00 tomorrow morning. I was like, oh.
Yeah. So the doctor called my orthopedic doctor and they were going to wait. Like he was just going to wait till Monday to do the surgery. Like surgery was going to happen, but he was just going to wait until Monday. And then he called one of his colleagues who's been working on my hip since I was 14 years old. It was like, why don't we just go in tomorrow and finish it? Like, let's just get it done.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to wait any longer. So they did that, and which I'm grateful for. And then I had to stay. I was in the hospital, 6 nights, 5 days, 6 nights on intravenous antibiotics. I'm still on. I got this cool contraption that goes into my arm. There's
how the fuck does that thing work?
So there's 3 lines that come off of it. One for antibiotics, one for like blood work, and then just like a spare. And it goes into this like splitter, I'll call it, which goes into a tube that they did ultrasound and x-ray, and that tube travels up through my armpit into my chest, into a vein, like a bigger vein, so it doesn't collapse from getting overuse.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. They numbed me up for it, so I didn't even feel it.
Well, I mean, I can hope so. Yeah, we're just gonna drive the tube through your fucking elbow to your fucking nipple. Okay. All right,
but I watched it on a screen, and it took like, she was like, done. That wasn't worth the price of admission.
Didn't even need MapQuest, did you?
Yeah. So I have that for 6 to 8 weeks, and then I'll be on oral antibiotics. Like basically, I'll be on oral antibiotics until we're striper fishing again.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. So
you're not gonna have any non-antibodies anymore, huh? And you're just gonna be a big antibody.
Yeah, like I'll be all antibiotics. And the cool part about the oral antibiotics is it turns my piss the color of this room.
Really?
Yeah. You know, like when you're really dehydrated, your piss gets really like orangish.
Yeah, that's normally not good.
Yeah, take that by 10.
Oh.
And that's like, it looks like high C.
Oh, that's fun.
It's the weirdest thing ever. It doesn't mean I'm dehydrated. It just, that's what these.
It's just extra vitamins, extra shit.
Yeah. So.
Huh.
But I'm alive.
You survived.
I lost like 20 pounds from being in the hospital.
You survived another
basically I've had 3 hip replacements.
You know, most people can't say that, but
yeah.
Here you are.
Yeah. And the other thing that I had until today was a wound vac, which 0 out of 10. I don't recommend it. It's not painful. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
Because there's literally, you can't wear pants, you can't wear underwear, because you've got this tube going up your shorts to your hip to the incision. So on the incision, they put a sponge over the incision, and then the wound vac goes on, and then they like cellophane it, like bandage it to your hip. And then you turn on the pump, and it creates a suction and holds that suction. So it's like until you shut the machine off. So it's like you're
back sealing your fucking wound.
Yeah.
Huh.
So they took it off today, and they were like, actually, it's probably, even though it's still draining a little bit, it's probably better off, because the vac was actually starting to like pull some of the staples out.
The fuck is it? Like a 10-horse fucking shop vac?
Yeah, it's like this big.
Oh,
I got it right here.
A titty pump. Oh.
And then a canister goes down on top of it with a hose coming out of it to your hip. It just creates like a positive pressure.
Negative pressure if it's a vacuum, but yeah.
Negative pressure. You get it.
Yeah, so I take compressed air and shove it up my ass, and then it comes out where it comes out.
Yeah, right. Wherever the hole, it's like a vacuum and pressure test for an engine.
Yeah. Well, that's fun.
Yeah. So that thing goes back.
You get to learn.
That thing costs $28 a day for insurance.
For insurance.
Yeah. Which
it's probably cheaper.
Insurance.
What it took you to get out of there when they didn't have one of those for 5 days.
Yeah, they trapped me in. Yeah, like day 3, they were like, yeah, we can't find a wound vac. And then day 4, they were like, oh, we found the wound vac, but we had to order it. And it should be here tomorrow, but we're not sure. And we can't find home care because, surprise, surprise, there's a home care staff shortage.
Oh, so speaking of, to go off on a little rant here, you know what I've heard of why? So you hear all this thing about, oh, there's a nursing shortage, there's a nursing shortage, there's a shortage, there's a shortage.
Yeah.
There really isn't. And the reason there isn't is because all these fucking nurses are working as travel nurses.
Yeah.
So it's the same amount of nurses. Like we didn't really like just get rid of a shit ton of people. But what happened is the hospitals aren't paying them dick. They don't want to deal with the same fucking assholes they've been dealing with at the hospitals. So they say, fuck it, I'll go travel. Like I actually saw this on like a TikTok, and they're like,
Yeah.
I told my boss I wanted $20 more an hour, and he laughed at me. So I quit, went to work for this nursing agency, went right back to the same hospital, making $40 more an hour.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
was talking. One of my nurses is a travel nurse.
yeah,
And she worked at a hospital in Texas for 8 weeks, and she was making $10,000 a week.
yeah,
So then, like, I had another nurse, and all these nurses were wicked cool, but like that caught my attention. I was like, so another nurse who was a staff nurse at the hospital, I was like, so what's it like working side by side to a travel nurse?
yeah,
And she goes, well, it depends on the people, but like for me, it's not that big of a deal because I've come to terms with the fact that I can't travel. This is the situation I'm in.
right.
And we're here to do the same job. It doesn't matter to me what she makes. I make what I need to do. But she's like, some staff nurses won't help them, won't like show them where stuff is. They're complete assholes.
Yeah. Well, and I mean,
So then I asked the travel nurse the same question. I was like, so what's it like working with regular nurses? She's like, it depends on the person. Sometimes it can be a great experience. Sometimes it can be horrible.
well, it's one of those
Like at
things.
York Hospital, they loved it. Sorry.
No, it's one of those things, right? I mean, it's like being a mechanic at Elliott Small Engine versus being a fucking fleet mechanic for Caterpillar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can go, it's the same job. You can work on even for Toro, like to be a Toro manufacturing rep or a Toro certified guy that works at a small shop. It's like, dude, you get to go home every day. You work with the same people, you know your clientele base. You get to work at home or work where you want to live. Now, if you're a service rep and you get called out and it's like, hey, you're on call for fucking New England. So sorry, you got to go to Vermont today and fucking the county tomorrow, and you got to go to fucking East Boston the next day. And it's like,
Yeah.
It's different jobs. You get paid differently for it. And I think the people that are bitter about it are just either too stupid to be able to actually go travel.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if it's something like, if you realize that you don't want to like, I don't want to travel, I could double my salary if I went on the road somewhere. I know I could.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not worth it. I want to be home. Like now, if I was in my 20s and didn't have 2 kids at home, there, fucking see ya.
See ya.
I will fucking travel this country on someone else's dime. And that's what the people should do. Like, why not? It gains you more experience. You get more cultured. You get to see more shit.
Yeah.
Like,
and then if you do it right, you save a bunch of money, and then you can work for less at a younger age and enjoy life more.
Exactly. Just like guys that ship, you come out of school, you go hard for fucking the first 5 years. Yeah, it sucks. You don't have much of a social life, but after that, you pay your house off and you just fucking chill. You can fucking, I'll take a job at a paper mill. I don't give a fuck. Like,
I was talking to another nurse about like the staffing shortage, but she brought up a good point. She's like, think of the workforce and think of how many nurses were at like retirement age when the pandemic started. And they were like, fuck this. I'm at retirement age. I don't want to die. So they said, fuck it, I'm out, and retired, or like worked a little ways and was like, this is I can't handle this.
Yeah.
This is too much for me.
Yeah.
I had a nurse's aide when I was in the hospital. She had been a nurse's aide at York Hospital for 43 years.
Jesus.
Or maybe not at York Hospital, but like most of her career was spent there. for
Wow.
43 years. And like that, like she told me that. And then at the end of the day, she's like, yeah, I'm retiring today. I was like, holy shit, congratulations.
Yeah. So I'm the one that did it. Nice job.
Yeah. And I sold her a snowblower.
Oh, there you go.
Like why I was in the hospital.
See,
She's supposed
Fucking-
to, she's supposed
the
to come in
hustle
and
never,
pay.
the hustle never stops.
Exactly. One of the nurses is a dude, and he came into my room at like 2:00 in the morning to take my vitals and shit. And he's like, so where do you work? And I said, Elliott Small Engine. He goes, oh yeah, I gotta go down there and look at snowblowers. And we started shooting the shit about snowblowers for like an hour. It's
Yeah.
like, I probably ought to go check on my other patients.
Like, yeah, but you should probably check out that Toro 1428.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, glad to
But
see
all
you're-
in all, it was a good experience.
glad to see you're in a little better spirits too.
Yeah.
I
It was
think
a little rough there for a minute.
the 10 days of just strict quarantine, probably after a month of it. I don't
Like
envy.
that was the other thing. Like I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to be stuck in the house again.
Yeah.
I can't do that. So as soon as like I felt comfortable to drive, I was like, I'm out.
See ya. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Back over my shoulder and away I go.
Even if this thing fucking crashes, oh well.
Yeah. I'm not dying in between four walls. So I'm gonna touch on football real quick. Do you watch the Tampa Bay Buffalo game?
Yes.
What a kick in the nuts that had to have been for Buffalo.
I mean, to lose to Tom Brady and to Bill Belichick within 6 days probably didn't feel great.
All right, so we lost to Bill Belichick. It was raining, cold, windy. You know, weather was a factor. They only threw the ball 3 times, whatever. And then they go to Tampa, and Tom Brady was like, "All right, I'm gonna give you a little bit here, just a taste." And they almost had it, and then
Dude,
Tom Brady's like,
that fucking touchdown throw to win the game
That
was
was sick.
unbelievable.
That was like, I saw that and I was like, that's like Tom Brady of old.
Yeah. Dude, and they're like, yeah, we think he's the favorite to win the MVP. And I'm like, well, I mean, he probably should have been the favorite to win the MVP for the last 19 years. Like,
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, he's probably been a candidate for the MVP for the last 20 years.
he should be at least.
Like in the conversation.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's like, and I think
It's
honestly,
like Garth Brooks.
him leaving the Patriots is probably the best thing that's ever happened to him. And not from a standpoint of like, I wanted him to go do it on his own, but like,
Yeah.
going down and everyone was like, oh, he and BA aren't going to get along. You remember last year, like the beginning of the season when BA was out there trashing him and was like, yeah,
Yeah.
has to be better. And Brady never said anything. And then they win a fucking Super Bowl. And this year they're sitting in second place in the NFC, just behind the Packers. And it's
Could
like,
you imagine I'm knocking on wood here, a Patriots Tampa Bay Super Bowl?
yeah, I think whoever wins that game, like whoever won that game, I think it would be a good game. And I think Belichick and Brady walk to fucking half field and just go, we both retire. And they walk off the field together. Like,
Right.
that'd be so dope. Like,
Hop on a couple horses and just ride off
yeah,
wherever they're at.
goats.
Yeah. That's like, I was talking to a guy the other day about it, and he was like, that's a real possibility. I'm like, yeah, it scares the shit out of me, to be honest, but it'd be a hell of a game to watch.
It would be like the nicest Super Bowl to watch. Cause I mean, I obviously would like the Patriots to win no matter what.
Yeah.
But also if Tom Brady beating Bill Belichick in the fucking Super Bowl would be incredible.
That just like solidifies
That
that.
neither one of them needed the other one to succeed.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
they are two of the greatest to ever do their jobs ever.
Yeah.
I think that's
And in 20 years from now, they'll be talking about somebody else. You know, Bill Belichick and Tom Brady will always be in the conversation, or always.
I don't know if you'll ever see a 2-decade dynasty ever again.
You definitely you're not going to see it with Patrick Mahomes. He's
dead.
Just not going to happen.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson dead. Kyler Murray probably going to be dead. Like, I don't know. I think Mac Jones has the most likely to succeed, but it'll be interesting when Belichick hangs it up. I think that's going to be the very telling of is it what he instills in people? Because you've looked at all the coaches that have left Belichick. 90% of them are back with Belichick. But those that started with Belichick and were in his coaching tree to go on and do anything has really been very limited.
It's almost like he, you know how like the joke is when a grandma teaches you how to make something, she always leaves out like one part of the recipe. So it's never quite the same. Yeah. It's like, that's what he's doing with Matt Patricia and Josh McDaniels and the dude from Miami. It's like, he just left, it's supposed to be a full cup of sugar, but he said, just a half a cup.
Yeah.
But nobody knows that. And they're looking at the recipe going, what the fuck? I'm doing everything right.
Oh, speaking of doing everything right in recipes, this fucking great transition. Great transition if you looked at the notes before this fucking podcast.
I did, but.
So my wife last week got invited to a cookie party. And if you don't know what a cookie party is, you bake.
Oh, I do.
You bake 6
it's a cookie swap.
Yeah, 6 cookies per person attending. She baked 6 dozen fucking cookies. Yeah. So there's fucking at least 12 or maybe more. She might have done 7 or 8 dozen. I don't remember. Either way, a lot of cookies getting thrown down in the kitchen. She's following the recipe. Back to the recipe. And while looking at the picture of what these cookies look like from the recipe, what they're supposed to come out as.
Is this the fluffy debate?
Big, fluffy. So I don't know if you've been to Starbucks and had their Cranberry Bliss bars.
No.
I was obsessed with them when I was working for Casco because I used to go every morning and get a Cranberry Bliss bar and a salted caramel macchiato. Just, it is what it is.
Obviously.
But dude, the Cranberry Bliss bars are a delight. They're a little sweet. They're pretty sweet. They're rich, but they pair very nicely with a coffee. So they're Cranberry Bliss bar cookies. She found this recipe on Pinterest. Says, I am following it to a T. Fucking liar. First cookies come out, they are fucking that thick. They are just like the fucking craisins in the recipe are thicker than the cookies. And she's no. And then she got caught up in one of the batches and forgot about them. And then those were burnt. And then, but they're all coming out just thin. And I tried them. They tasted fucking awesome. Like they were very good. And I prefer a thin cookie. A thin, like moist, like a Subway cookie. Subway chocolate chip cookies are my gold standard of cookie. It's a fucked up thing to say, but like they're undercooked just enough, but they're still firm, but they're thin. They're not, I don't want a big fucking, if I want a cake, I'd eat cake. I want a fucking cookie. I don't want a brownie. I want a fucking cookie. So like even the soft and chewy chocolate chip cookies, can't do it. I gotta go. Yeah, too much flour. So she's all worked up. She puts the last 6 in the fucking oven to bake. What do you think happens? Fucking big old fluffy fucking things. I just look, I go, what do you do different? And the whole time I'm like going down the whole fucking nuclear, like, did you circle and slash the recipe? Like, did you follow the instructions perfectly? Like, did you validate and verify and check all your measurements? And
SOP.
She is fucking pissed at me. She's like, I'm gonna fucking shove these cookies up your ass. Like, fuck you, get the fuck out of the kitchen. I was like, I know, I just wanted to I just have to.
Imagine if you like started baking, like if you were like, all right, well, fuck it, I'll bake it. I'll bake a dozen.
I've
And then
learned
they came out perfect.
I learned I don't do that. I've done that before. I mean, like, so she's notorious for forgetting or just maybe overlooking like a little part of the recipe. And like
My wife is famous for, sorry, go ahead.
It's not like she like forgets like a ingredient or something, but like she made the Barefoot Contessa. They had a brownie
I
with
hate that bitch.
Brownies with a peanut butter frosting. Well, instead of making the peanut butter frosting, she just mixed all ingredients into one and made brownies that had peanut butter in them. So it's like, I mean, we kind of followed it, but then we just decided to fucking throw it all together and send it. And I mean, it still tastes the same, but it's like you got to read to the period. You can't just I know what the fuck they mean and then get upset. Like, it's one thing to be like, yeah, I just kind of winged it and this is what it turned out to be. When she's like, I followed it exactly. I'm like, did you really? Like, was the butter to the correct temperature? Was the fucking, was it room temperature? Was it cold butter? Was it warm butter? Was it melted butter? And she's like, would you just fucking leave me? I was like, I'm trying to QV&V here. I'm trying to be the quality control here for this operation. I want to make sure your cookies are successful. And they're delicious.
My wife will like forget an ingredient. Like, she'll go to the store, pick, look at the list, forget one, and then like, oh, I can substitute it with this
all the time. Same shit.
No, you can't.
I don't have sour cream, but I can use Greek yogurt. No, the recipe says sour cream, not fucking Greek yogurt. Yeah, but it's like the same. No, it's not the same, because one is called Greek yogurt and the other one is over here called sour cream. Yeah, they're not even next to each other.
Yeah, exactly. They're on completely different. Like, yeah, you don't
substitute shit like that.
No.
And then complain about when it's not the same.
Yeah, or like, butter versus margarine. No, it said butter. Use butter.
Yeah, or buttermilk. Oh, I'll just make my own buttermilk. No, you ain't a fucking cow. We ain't making fucking So what else did I have written down? That was a good one. How's the TV control at the old hospital?
They need,
for as cheap as Amazon Fire Sticks are, and as cheap as like how Jeff Bezos hasn't just gone to every hospital and go, hey, I will give you Fire Sticks and I'll sell you a subscription for your entire hospital, every room, separate Amazon accounts, no problem.
Right?
Fucking $1,000 a year.
Do you know anybody that doesn't have do you know anybody that doesn't have a Netflix account?
No.
So like, you go to a hotel nowadays, you can log into your Netflix account.
Or you can even if you can't do that, you can normally streamcast.
Yeah.
Like your phone to the TV.
Not at a hospital. And in the remote is the speaker is built into the remote. So you either got to wear headphones or listen to it on the remote, which is super loud and annoying. So what I ended up doing was plugging the headphones in and just cranking it up and going from there. But it's like, I told the nurse, I was like, imagine if somebody just came into the hospital and was like, I'll just log into my shit on my on my phone or on the TV.
Yeah.
My experience would have been so much more enjoyable. Like, instead of having to go to the guide channel.
I'm not sure I understand.
Shut up. Instead of going to the guide channel, seeing what I wanted to watch, and then trying to find it. And here's the other thing. The guide channel in the TV, in the channels on the remote,
Didn't match.
They didn't line up. So I literally had to like channel surf
See,
until I found what I wanted.
and that is how I ended up watching, I think, every episode now of The Office, Parks and Rec, South Park. What other shows? Whatever else is on Comedy Central. Because like
What's up,
literally,
Maddie?
when I would go into hotels and shit, like when I was on the road, like because some hotels are better now, but like there were some hotels down in the South that technology might be a little behind down there.
Yeah.
We were thankful to have internet most days, but it was like I'd just find Comedy Central or like Animal Planet or something like Nat Geo, just something that I could find Gold Rush. Fucking good. We'll just watch fucking 7,000 episodes of this until 2:00 in the morning. That's fine.
Yeah.
I would never change the channel. Just turn the TV on and be like, yeah, we just got to get to this channel, and on we go. And the only time I would look for stuff if it was during like football season and I wanted to watch a game.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was annoying, but we got through it.
I mean, realistically, with all the technology that they're putting into hospitals and like all the, because they are making strides in trying to make it more comfortable for people. Like, it's just got a shit ton of money. Like, why not fucking invest it into like, and that's not a huge investment. Like, realistically, go fucking Black Friday shopping, buy a bunch of TVs.
Yeah.
Call Jeff Bezos and fucking buy Amazon Fire Sticks. Oh, I pulled a good one today. I flooded my shop today.
Flooded your shop?
Yeah.
How the hell did you do that?
Well, so I had, because it's a pain in the ass to like work on a motor with running water and like not being close to some place that's easy to like put the boat in the water and just let it run there and then work on it. So I had a big tub, a big tote, right? One of the big fucking blue ones. It's like 4 feet long.
Yeah. Probably
30 inches deep. Well, and then I bought a rolling, I forget what I bought it for. I think I bought it for John's fucking lift. John's, not his lift, his sawmill.
Where you going? Groceries? See ya. Drive safe.
But the
Love you.
1,000 pound little like 4-wheel dolly thingy. And so I could put the tub of water on that, fill it up, and then I could roll it around my shop. No problem. Sounds good. Yeah. Well, went hunted salt water today. So I was like, fuck it. I'll just use that thing to flush the motor. That'll be easy enough. And it was perfect because I could angle it just right where I could catch the telltale hole coming out so I wasn't soaking my shop. Well, the boat had been idling a little low. So I was like, well, I'll just adjust the slow jets and then I'll adjust the idle screw and then we'll be good. So basically what was happening is the boat would idle fine. But then when you put it in just in a head, like just kick it into gear, it would die. So that was annoying to me. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll try and fuck with it. Because I saw 11 ducks today in a fucking 15-mile fucking acre marsh and was a little pissed off. So I was like, fuck it. I'll work on my boat real quick. So I'm in there and I'm dicking around with it and it's running fucking good. Sounds great. So I'm like, all right, not thinking just like, this is what I mean. Like I'm some kind of stupid. I'm not stupid, but I just have like a little lapse in judgment every now and then. And then I look back at it and I'm like, how fucking dumb are you? Like you knew this was a bad idea. So did not look where the motor was in relation to the tub. Mind you, this is a plastic tote. And I just go, fuck it. I'll just kick it in gear real quick and see if it dies. Did not die. However, the propeller was dead next to the tote. So I kicked it into forward, which also pushes a shit ton of water. So then I watched water splash and hit the back wall in my shop. And then I heard the prop hit the plastic. And then I just hear rushing water. And I'm like, fuck. Shut the fucking engine off and walk back. And like 2 inches above the bottom, I fucking blew a window in the fucking side of the fucking tote. And it was full of water. And it's just fucking all over the place in my shop. And I was just like, how fucking dumb are you? Like, why would
and you need a new tote?
Yeah, now my tote's broke. I lost all the water. So now I've got to get another hose out to go all the way to my shop, which is something I need to rectify. I need to go buy PEX tubing and run a water line to the back of my shop, to like the back of my house. It's annoying the shit out of me right now. And then, yeah. So now I got to fill another fucking tote up, go get another tote, fill it up, have it in there. Because normally what I want to do this winter is I want to put like water and then like just dump like 2 or 3 gallons of antifreeze in, just to kind of make sure that nothing freezes up.
Just don't let the dogs drink it.
Well, so this is the other thing, is that thing had a cover. Like, it was perfect. I had a cover for it. Now, granted, when you fill it with water, I need to put a ratchet strap or something around the next one, because those totes aren't exactly designed to hold their complete capacity in water. They tend to bow out a little bit.
Just a little.
Yes. Yeah. It's just a little bit of weight. But yeah, Leah goes, yeah, I heard you running the motor and then I heard it shut off and I looked out the back and she goes, and I just saw a river coming out of the shop. She goes, figured that wasn't good. Yeah.
She stayed, let me guess, she stayed in the house.
Yeah, she did not come out and help.
Right?
I'm standing there in fucking Crocs just watching fucking water go.
Like if I was there and that had happened, I would have gotten in my truck and left. Just
it wasn't that bad. Like, I wasn't.
I'm gonna let him just clear his head a little bit. I'll be back.
The snapping the stud off in the Jeep was way worse on my anger level.
Yeah.
Even that, it was just like, I don't even know what to say right now. Like, I'm ready to fucking kill somebody. Have you heard from our potential guest at all?
No, I need to message him.
I know you're a little busy.
Yeah.
But
I need to message him, get him on the books. Maybe, well, I'll see what his schedule is, but yes, I need to do that.
okay. This was a long time ago. But yeah, so I was coming through Kittery like a week ago now. Driving down Route 1 through the outlets. Just minding my own business. As I'm coming up to the light, my light's red, so I'm slowing down. Light goes green. So I kind of like stayed the same speed because I was probably doing 40 through there, but no one does 25.
Yeah.
And I'm in the wife's car. A dude goes to pull out and take a left-hand turn out of the light by like Burger King. And me, again, not thinking, because I'm in her car and I hate her car and I just wanted to run it into a tree. I should have just hit the motherfucker. So I fucking slam on the brakes, fucking lay on the horn. The dude looks at me and he's like 3/4 of the way across the intersection. Looks at me, gives me the finger. I'm like, bro, you literally just ran a red light. And I didn't hit you. And I should have just at that point, I wanted to hit him. Just fucking gun it. Just fucking driver door. Bah! Fuck you, motherfucker. Oh, well, you ran a red light. Sorry. Yeah, I almost stopped. But then I decided you can go fuck yourself. There's probably for like a brief second, I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to kill somebody. And then like, motherfucker, I didn't kill somebody. Like, it switched real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, This was a long time ago. I shot my first banded bird.
I had known that, but we did not talk about it on the podcast.
I think it was after our last podcast.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, shot my first banded mallard.
How was that?
It was pretty cool. I don't know. It took me a while to like kind of let it sit in, like settle in and figure out like what the fuck was actually going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on December 3rd. So yeah, the Friday after we last recorded.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just kind of one of those things like I never thought it was gonna happen. Like honestly, at this point, like I've killed so many fucking birds, never shot a banded bird. We literally had talked about it the day before. And it was kind of cool. Like called the ducks in, like they came in and got up, and I was like, all right. And I told like it was 3 of us hunting together, and I was like, all right, I'll take the left bird. It's the furthest bird. And then the other 2 guys were kind of to my right and back a little bit. I was like, I'll let you 2 clean up the other 2. And I came up, I fucking dumped it on one shot and then swung, helped clean up one of the other birds. The other bird got away. And I watched Diesel and he swam out, got to the first bird, which was the bird like 3 of us shot, basically, by the time it was dead. And he picked it up, then saw the other bird, swam over the other bird, dropped the bird he had already picked up that one, brought that one in. So I was like, all right, man, you know who to bring it to first. Like,
yeah.
So he brought that to me, and I just grabbed it and I threw, I just sent him on back, and he went right back out and got it. And I was just kind of standing there and like not really thinking of it. Like, not normally, but like a lot of the times, like get a bird, first thing you do is pick it up, check the feet, then look at it. And I just looked at the bird. I was like, yeah, it's a pretty mature drake, like a pretty big bird. And then like I just like turned it a little bit and I saw it. I was like, holy fuck. I was like, there's no fucking way. And there's actually a pellet that hit the band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was like, so the bird was hatched in 2017 or before. So 4 or 5-year-old bird was banded in 2018 up in Pierreville, Quebec,
Canada.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He didn't have his papers, so he died. So sorry, bud. I know the rules, man.
Yeah. Yeah, when I saw the pictures of it, I was like, that's so fucking weird because we had just talked about it.
Yeah. And then after that, the next 2 days shot limits, both days.
Nice.
And then nothing. Like George got home, the weather warmed up, and it just went to absolute dog shit. I mean, I went out this morning, and I went out. I've hunted every day except Monday this week. I've hunted every day since. Oh fuck! I don't know the last day. I don't remember the last day I did not hunt. It's been a while. Over a week.
You've been going pretty hard.
I had to make up for lost time. I lost fucking all of October. So I finally said, fuck it. I'm just going to go hard and see what it is. I had to go into work on Monday. We had a 7:00 meeting. I was less than impressed with that. Only to be told that I have to reapply for my own job. I was like, oh, that's cute. It's like, this is a hilarious thing. So the big changes happening at the old work. So I won't really go into them on detail on here, but it's entertaining. It's hilarious,
to say the least.
And who knows? One day when I quit again, I'll be able to talk shit on it. And
yeah, I mean, chances are they're going to take you back.
Ah,
Probably not a third time.
that would be number 4.
Oh,
We're already on number 3. I think the third time might be the nail in the coffin if I quit again.
that's far.
Not quite ready to do that quite yet. Getting
Yeah.
close. It's been almost 2 years. In March, it'll be 2 years. So,
That's funny.
yeah, who knows? What's that? I had something else written down. Oh, what are your top 5 Christmas movies? You're a Christmas guy.
So I'll go from number 1, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
Elf. Home Alone 2. Santa Claus. And the Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay. I'm going to go. Number 1 for me is Christmas Story. I fucking love that movie.
I know you do. That's like my least favorite.
Home Alone 2 is definitely number 2. Elf fits in at number 3. The Grinch.
Which one? With Jim Carrey or the cartoon?
Both. I like both of them. The original cartoon has a spot, but Jim Carrey is unbelievable in that movie.
Yeah.
He's a weird dude.
Did you ever hear how he like made it through that hole? Because he was in costume, like it took like 6 hours to get ready for
Yeah, so
filming.
he just stayed in it for like 3 days.
Yeah. And he I read an article somewhere where or watched a video where he was talking about how it affected him like mentally. And they actually brought in a Navy hostage interrogator, and they were basically like, smoke like a chimney and drink like a fish. That's the only thing that's going to like keep you sane enough to deal with this.
I mean, that's like daily life. Is that why?
That's why I have so much anxiety, because I don't drink and I don't smoke.
Yeah. See, that's where it gets you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of cartoon movies normally.
Yeah, same here.
But like watching them with the kids, like Elf is good. I'm sorry. The Grinch. Even both Grinches are good. Like I can watch either of them. Even like the Abominable Snowman or fucking Rudolph, like the old school Rudolph with what's that dude? The Yukon guy.
Yukon Cornelius.
Yukon Cornelius. Like that's
the doppelganger.
That's a fucking classic movie. But the problem why that doesn't make the list is like in my head where I watched that and where I remember watching it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in that spot. Like the only place I remember like really seeing that movie is in a place I never want to ever visit. So
yeah.
but it's a good movie. And like I've watched it with the kids, and I think it's hilarious. And, but
What's their favorite Christmas movie?
Elf or the Grinch. That's why I started off with the Grinch. Like that Grinch soundtrack bangs.
Yeah.
Like the kids just want to drive around and listen to it. I'm like, all right, this is kind of like hood music. Like we're bumping the Grinch in the middle of York the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whatever. But then I think Home Alone 1's got to round off my top 5.
Really?
I mean, it's a classic. Like it started the franchise. I think it still holds water. I do think 2 is better.
Yeah.
But 1 is still a good movie. And it's hilarious. Like the kids watching that and watching the guys get hit with the pipes, and like even in like Home Alone 2 when he gets shocked, Karina's like, well, why is he a skeleton?
Yeah.
But did you see the post I made today for us?
Yeah. That was ridiculous. Like, come on. Learn how to call a goose. I mean, I guess if you live life below 0, then you only have a few choices, but for God's sake.
I was fucking screaming at my TV last night. I was like legitimately upset. Leah's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Look at this. I was like, the bitch is in a neon green tent in the middle of the fucking marsh with fucking 6 leaves draped on it, with her fucking bright orange fucking tracked vehicle 11 feet behind her. Like, just sit in the fucking thing. I would judge you less if you just sat in that thing.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here. And she's like, oh yeah, I didn't shoot that goose. It was just a little too far. Like, bitch, that thing was 400 fucking yards away, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
And then her goose sounds like I won't say what I think it sounds like, but
Yeah, don't say that.
like, what? And then like it goes into it later, like it cut off before like the real good part when she's shooting a fucking 22 at a flying goose.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that one. And all I'm sitting here going is like, bitch, are you shooting lead at fucking waterfowl? Because on TV, like, is this? Are we going there?
Right.
That's illegal.
Probably not for her because she's probably some like native something or other.
I think she's only had a native bone in her. I don't think she's got one in her permanently. All right. You got to pick 2 to get rid of: burgers, tacos, fried chicken, shrimp, crab legs, fried fish, pizza, pasta, steak. What 2 are going?
Shrimp and crab legs.
Well, yeah, that's fucking easy for you, you motherfucker.
What are you getting rid of?
Fried fish, honestly. I don't like fish fried. Really?
All right.
And out of everything else there, I'd say crab legs. Like, if those are my options, I'm going to get rid of crab legs and I'm just going to eat lobster. Like, I'd rather eat lobster than I would crab legs. 10
Yeah,
out.
I can understand that.
I'd even get rid of fried chicken. I like fried chicken, but I don't have to have, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would, like, someone was like, oh, I definitely get rid of pasta. And I was like, what is wrong with you? You get rid of all pasta. That means no lasagna ever. That means no stuffed
Right.
ever. Like, pasta is fucking life. And there's no way you get rid of tacos or burgers. Those are undefeated.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone riding a bicycle by my house right now. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Fucking bicyclists.
Oh, did you see the I don't know if you saw this one. Oh, fuck you. So there's a man attacked by a gang of otters. He was bitten 26 times. And he said, I thought I was going to die.
I didn't know otters were that vicious.
Just a regular otter. How do you get bit by an otter, first of all?
He must have been doing something to piss him off.
But even still, how many otters do you think you could fight?
No weapons?
No. Only what you, maybe a stick.
Probably just one.
You know, otters are the little things, right? Like they're not huge.
Yeah, but they're also like, I'm sure they could be fairly mean. Corinna's not very big, but she's pretty mean.
Yeah, but I think I could at least take like 7 otters.
How many Corinnas do you think you could take on?
I mean, if I'm not worried about hurting said child, if like my goal is to hurt the child, like 20. She's tiny. I could just fucking kick him right in the head. See you later. But I mean, the same thing with an otter. Like an otter, you just fucking grab one by their back leg, and then you use said otter as weapons for other otters. And you just sit there and you just beat otters with their dead friends. It's like, how many squirrels do you think you could take on?
Probably none because they're so fast.
Yeah, but if they're like trying to attack you, so their target is, you don't have to catch them. They're coming to you.
Probably one. I'm still at one because like it's going to get my sole focus and then I move on to the next one, like one at a time.
Yeah, but I'm not saying like they're
That's
not.
probably how that guy ended up getting bit 26 times. He was fighting one otter and then the other one's like ganged up. I don't know, maybe like something could change in the moment.
I feel like you could pick up an otter or a squirrel and fucking use it as a weapon for the other
I'll
otter.
tell you one thing. I saw a squirrel at York Hospital. I shit you not, Garrett. It was the size of a large cat. That
Nice.
fucking thing
Nice little
was that
17 pounds.
big around. And I was like, that's the biggest squirrel I've ever seen. And the physical therapist was like, yeah, we feed them pretty well around here. They get all like the leftover desserts and shit from the cafeteria.
Jesus. Wasn't that way when I was there running that place. That was one of my first jobs.
Working at the hospital.
Working at the hospital cafeteria.
Their food is really good.
Dude, as a dishwasher there I think I worked there when I was 15. I was making $15 an hour. And oh fuck, I don't know if I ever got that. Every hour you worked, they put $2 into a college account for you. So it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever fucking tried to claim that money. Fuckers. Probably just made it somehow into beer money, but that's all right.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that was their thing, is they would like, if like the students that worked there, they'd make it make it a little more enticing to come work there and shit.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I've worked in a couple of hospitals. Did delivery down in Boston at like all the major hospitals down there. That was weird. I didn't like that.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Well, it was like so because they get so much mail, obviously, I mean, it's like each hospital down there is a city. So
Yeah.
we're at fucking I don't remember what fucking hospital it was, but like they had research floors, they had like medical floors, like, so you had to deliver all the packages to all these places.
Yeah.
And, like, I was literally delivering lab rats sometimes, which is kind of fucked up. But like they had lab rats up on like the fucking top floors to fucking perform experiments on.
Right.
Fucking stank it up there. But better to be me than the rat. But like
Absolutely.
the worst part is of any hospital is like going in and seeing like kids. Ugh, fuck that.
Yeah. Got all your Christmas shopping done?
Actually, I've started, which is a fucking miracle for me. I don't ever start Christmas shopping early. I normally am a December 20th start date type of person.
Yeah.
But the other day I was sitting here. I was like, I'm going to hop on old fucking Jeff Bezos Amazon and fucking start ordering some shit. So
Oh, boy.
got the dogs done. Got the wife partially done.
Nice.
Kids are up in the air. I might just go fucking local for the kids. There's a really, really cool toy store in downtown Dover that I really like to go to for the kids. Not, I mean, they still have like the same type of shit, but it's like a mom and pop runs. It's sort of like G Willikers in Portsmouth.
Yeah.
I think it's called the Noggin Factory. I'm fairly certain. It's right on like you come down Central Ave and then you take a left, like you're gonna go back to South Berwick. You know that like the right by TD Bank right there.
Yep.
Pretty cool little spot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool stuff. Support a local little place. But other than that, getting ready for some more duck hunting. I finally today bought more shells. I don't know if I talked about what I was shooting. So obviously ammunition is hard to come by right now.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard. So I was looking at my stock and I said, kind of getting down there. So I'm like, well, let's go see what they have. Nothing. Like Kittery's out, everywhere's out, even online. Like I looked at Rogers, I looked at who else? Pretty much everyone online. Cabela's, Bass Pro, Max Prairie Wings, everyone. No one had shells. Well, I found some on Rogers. They're tungsten 3s and 9s made by Black Cloud. They're the Black Cloud TSSs.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty dope shell. I mean, good knockdown power. Been fairly happy with them. The only problem is they're sold in cases of 100 at
100 boxes.
No, 100 rounds at $319.
Wowzers.
So little quick math is $3.19 every time the happy trigger.
Pull the trigger.
There's no shooting Red Bull cans this year.
Yeah. No.
So that hurt. And I'd been on an email list for Boss shot shells. I've really wanted to try them for quite a while. I've heard pretty good things about them. Everyone seems pretty happy. They kind of they designed it's actually somebody I kind of want to reach out to them. I mean, they've done like all big podcasts, but it'd be kind of cool to have them on, especially if I can shoot them this year. See if they'd fucking come on. But yeah, they at least sell it in $200 shells for $320. So I'm like,
a little better.
A little bit better, 50% less than what I was paying, but still $1.50 a shell. Like, man, I was in fucking college shooting fucking $9 boxes of fucking Winchester steel. Like, you can find that shit right now. Like, ended up finding some at Kittery just to have as a fucking backup.
Yeah.
3-inch BBs, and I'm like, fuck, I don't really want to shoot BBs or anything, but if I have to, I will.
Mm-hmm.
But oh, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen now that Omicron's on the scene?
Yeah.
About done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't completely figured out what I'm going to do. I don't know. Not boosted yet.
I'm gonna get boosted.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna do it. I'm doing it for my mother. That's what I keep telling myself.
See, that's where I was, and I'm not
Like
trying.
if there's a chance it will protect my mother, if there's a chance, I understand that. It's just I'm just gonna do it for my own comfort and my mother's comfort.
And I don't fault anybody that wants to do it. And this has been my biggest thing right now, I think, is the thing that I'm fucking having the hardest time with it all is the fact that it's becoming mandatory. Like vaccinations are mandatory, whether you want to fucking admit it or not. It's a pain in the dick if you don't do it. And it's like, okay, that's cool and all, but why once everyone started getting vaccinated did everything go back up? Like,
yeah,
this was supposed to stop this.
Like I just hate the fact and this has nothing to do with vaccination. I just hate the fact that nobody's counting how many cancer cases there are every day.
Right.
Nobody's posting that all over the news. Nobody's posting, and I'm not saying that because COVID's not as bad as cancer. I'm saying that because it's just like it's a total.
Well, this is
and then the other and then the other side of like my thing with it is, okay, so it's here, whatever. And if you're gonna require me to get tested because I was a close contact or whatever, figure out a test that is accurate to your standards and give me an answer
now.
Like
Good.
I don't want to wait 4 or 5 days. Figure it out.
That was the thing with the kids. Like, we were close contact on Thanksgiving. Oh, okay. The kids went and got tested. PCR test, waited the 3 days, came back negative. That's your test. That's your negative test you wanted. Yeah, but because you're a close contact, you still have to quarantine for 10 days. Well, then why did I go get tested? Why? Where does this make sense? And that's the problem I have is like none of it's logical anymore. And that's like, I have to have shit be logical. It's the way my brain works. It's the way shit works. And so it's like, well, okay, go get vaccinated. Okay, I did. Okay, well, it's going to prevent you from spreading it. Okay. Oh, a third of the cases in the state are fucking breakthrough cases. Huh. Okay. A third of the deaths in the state are breakthroughs. Okay, so we're not there yet. And it's like, and like you said, like they're not counting just count the deaths due to overweight people. Like, you want to talk about something that is preventable. I mean, I'm not the picture of fucking health, drinking, smoking cigars, but I accept those consequences. Not real. I mean, probably shouldn't, but here we are. But it's like, that is 1,000% preventable. 1,000%. There's nothing stopping me from going in my house into the gym I have in my house, working out every day. Now, I'm not saying that that's the answer. Like, you can still die tomorrow by getting hit by a fucking Ford truck, but bodily wise and health wise, probably the smart thing to do. But I'm not doing it. But it's like, how many more lives would you have saved that have died to, even with COVID, but comorbidity shit, being a little bit more in shape? It's Fred number one.
We're trying to I could get this done faster if you don't stand at the door.
That's
Close the door, please.
that's not the holiday spirit.
And I'll give you something to do with that tongue.
Tongue punch my fart box.
And she just threatened to kill me.
Huh. I mean, she might be valid in that request. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just sick of it all. So I'm laying in the emergency room, and that was another thing that happened. They didn't have any beds for me.
Yeah.
And in the hospital, so I had to. My first night, I had to sleep in the emergency room on a stretcher. Not ideal.
That's fun. That's comfortable too. Those are built for comfort.
Yeah. So before I even knew that was going to happen, the nurse came in and he's taking, one of the nurses came in, he's taking blood, putting an IV in or something. And they had COVID tested me already. And he says, or I said to him, I'm like, so I'm guessing, like, judging by what you're wearing, my COVID test came back negative. And he's like, well, the difference is, like, you're in the ER and we just don't care anymore. I was like, all right, fair enough. He's like, but yes, it did come back negative. He's like, all you're going to see in the ER now is an N95 mask if you have COVID.
Yeah.
It's just like,
everyone's done. And you're starting to see more and more, like, even reading different news sites, like, it's starting to become less political. I was in the realm of being critical of the handling of everything, and like,
yeah,
it's starting to sort of shift where I think everybody's kind of getting on board. Even, like, I mean, there's still some people that are wear your masks, get vaccinated, it's going to fucking prevent this thing, and blaming it all on people that are unvaccinated. And then there's other people that can actually look at data and read for themselves and be like,
yeah,
this vaccine was supposed to work. It didn't. And nobody's coming out and saying, like, it didn't work. And that's what bothers me the most. They're just like, oh, well, just get the booster. And it's like, well, how many boosters do I need?
Yeah.
Because you told me it the first time I just need 2 doses of this thing or one of the other one. So do I need a booster every 3 to 5 months for the next 10 years? Yeah, forever, 10 months, 10 years, 10 decades. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? That's my problem. Like, if we were just honest and we're like, then they come out and they're like, hey, we fucked up. We created this vaccine. We took it easy on it. Like, we didn't jack up the fucking levels because we didn't want to hurt anybody, but it's weaning off. So we need to give you this booster because we took it easy and we're changing it. But no, we didn't change anything. It's the exact same shot again. Mm-hmm. So it's like, well, so what are you expecting to be different with this time? Like, we've now done this twice. Ooh, got a little shot of the bald spot there.
Bird's eye.
I did go into the shop the other day. The boys missed you.
Yeah, they've started taking pictures of my favorite customers, and my favorite customers are flipping me off.
Oh, perfect.
So it's kind of cool. I actually went there today. I've been in a couple times just to kind of say hi, get out of the house.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Get a little normalcy.
Yeah. So.
Oh, on top of having to reapply for my job, this is just another fun thing. Speaking of work, I have to go in and re-sign paperwork that will qualify me to do the job that I've been doing for the past 2 years. Because apparently that paperwork was never signed. They're like, yeah, we need you to come in. I was like, cool, I'll be in about noon. My boss was like, what? I was like, I'll be in at noon. Like, busted my ass today. I'm in a bit of a pickle. So we're reducing my department size. And I'm the one that's being impacted right now is because the other guy that used to help me retired. Well, he did a lot of shit I didn't want to do. Like, and he was fine with, like, he wanted to do it. He's like, I don't mind doing this stuff. Like, I'm fine with it. I'm like, sounds good. Now that he's gone, now they're like, well, you got no. Replace it. Or I don't do that stuff. Like, no. It's been a fun little learning curve we're having. So I just kind of let stuff build up. And I'm a wicked procrastinator as it is. Like, I enjoy wait. I need pressure to do work. It's kind of fucked up. So I'll manufacture my own pressure, like get way behind on something and then be like, all right, fuck, I gotta go. And then I'll just bust it all out. And it's like, oh, that only took me like fucking 5 hours. Like, I've been kicking it down the road for 5 days. Fuck.
Yeah. Imagine if I had just done it.
Yeah. But the problem is when you do it, then they sit there and they go, oh, well, you can do that, so you can do more. And it's like, I know. Like, I know how this game is played.
Yeah.
But like it's I don't know. It's an interesting shit's going on.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun. It's gonna be a fun 2022. Can't wait. We're almost there.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks left in the fucking year. It's fucking crazy.
Right.
For as slow and long as everyone, like, I still feel like this is 2020. Like, honestly.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
Same.
What has changed? I mean, still got the same shit happening. Still hear the same shit every day in the news. So we just don't watch that anymore. I literally turned on the 6 o'clock news like 3 or 4 days ago. And I literally watched them go down like the list of things they're going to talk about in the fucking 30 minutes of news. And I looked at Leah and I was like, I don't need any of this in my life. Like, none of it. Like, I would take fucking rape and pillage and murdering over what the fuck you're going to talk about on this news story. It's like, see you later. But hopefully we'll have some good news here soon. They were talking snow, but that's gone now. They were talking
this weekend.
No, Monday, early next week. They were talking snow like a day ago or 2 days ago.
They're talking something for Saturday night too.
And one particular listener of our said podcast was very excited because they were talking 6 to 10. And then now it's down to 0 and actually sunny. So, but getting cold.
Saturday.
Yeah. Saturday, Sunday. Saturday 2 to 5 and Sunday 1 to 4. That could be a good little storm. But Monday, we're back in the cold. We're back in winter on Monday. 13 below. That's cold.
13 below on Monday?
13 is the low.
Oh.
Here. I don't know what it is up there. You're in the fucking valley of cold death up there. It's crazy how much colder it is in there.
Yeah, it's weird. And it's hotter in the summer.
As it should be.
Right?
Maybe try and cleanse that place a little bit.
Doesn't work.
You should just go to Cumberland Farms and go live on Instagram and just go.
Just sit there.
Yeah. We are mainly stupid reporting live from fucking Sanford.
Probably would be pretty entertaining.
Oh my God. Dude,
Speaking of that, I'm going to take my speaking of Sanford, I'm taking my first shower in almost 2 weeks tonight.
Oh,
I'm pretty pumped.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm getting a little crusty.
Yeah, 2 weeks is that's
not ideal.
No.
Not ideal.
Would have brought you some dude wipes or something.
Yeah, I have been doing a sponge bath, but I'm ready for the real thing.
Old shower,
So.
stand up, take a little leak, have fun.
Yep.
Well, nice. I'll be up your way tomorrow morning if you're bored.
All right. I don't think I have. I'm going down to see my mom tomorrow. I haven't seen her in a while. So do that. I'm hoping my new bib overalls show up before. Because I know that'll drive her nuts if I show up to her house in bib overalls.
Bib overalls and a nice buffalo plaid. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Here I am.
This is your product. Congratulations, Mom.
Right. So.
You doing anything special for Mom for Christmas? Parents at our age right now, parents are the most impossible people to buy shit for.
Yeah. Like she doesn't want much. We bought her some earrings. The big thing and we did it for my dad more than anything. We had a blanket made with a bunch of different pictures on it.
Yeah.
So like she'll be happy to see that, but we're sending it to the nursing home for him. So
He all good?
yeah, he's doing well.
Good.
Haven't been able to see him, but
yeah.
To get that shut down again, but I think that's about all I got for tonight, fella.
Yeah, you go get your shower.
I'm gonna enjoy the shit out of it. And
yeah.
What's that?
Get a little rinse down.
Yeah, I have to wear this suction cup cover over my arm because I can't get my pick line wet whatsoever. So
fun.
Yeah.
It's like a cast. I heard they're not doing Gore-Tex casts anymore, which is the travesty.
I don't understand why they wouldn't.
Yeah. Dude, those things were they stunk by the time you're done because it was definitely not healthy. But being able to actually shower with a cast on was the greatest fucking joy of my life growing up.
Yeah.
You break both hands, both wrists, and both arms. Kind of really like having to be able to fucking shower with a cast on.
Absolutely.
And just not all at once, by the way.
All right, folks. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Peace.